Good evening, students. Today we will discuss on Unit 5, Knowledge Soup. The first we will start with the knowledge soup in knowledge representation, KR. So, knowledge soup is related to the mixing of different ingredients or different knowledges. That is generally whenever we are representing a knowledge, we will be check with the different types of data and different types of facts and concepts and relationships. So whenever we are making a knowledge with the help of a multiple information, then that can be called as a knowledge soup. So while discussing about the knowledge soup, we need to check with the different types of concepts. Okay, those concepts is first is vagueness and ambiguity. So here whenever we are taking a particular statement, the statement is to be clear without a vague, and the statement is to be clear. So for that removing of a vagueness, we can use the fuzzy logic in this case. And another one is complexity and structure. So whenever we are dealing with the complex to data, complex to large scale data structures, okay, then we need to be decide with how complex the system is and how the structure is to be decided further that particular complex data structures. And next is the distributed knowledge. So whenever we are making this knowledge soup, so we'll be collect the information from different types of sources, okay, so that this knowledge representation is to be distribute based, and it has to be get the data from the different types of sources. So it has to be clear in the while getting a data from the distributed data sources. Next is the reasoning and uncertainty. So whenever we are not able to decide the particular information, then we need to take a based on the reasoning, we need to take a decision. So for that we can involve the non-monotonic reasoning and belief revision techniques. So and for this knowledge soup, we need to be use the some of our tools. Okay, the tools are divided into the different types of categories. So one is a logic based systems, where we can use the different types of logics like proportional, predicate logic and description logics. And next one is a rule based systems, where we will check with the if conditions and repetitive conditional based systems. And this is also continues with associative rule mining and others. And next one is the ontologies, so where we will check with the domain and concept and situation. So based on that we need to be collect the data with the proper domain related words. And next is a fuzzy logic, where we will apply the reasoning. So whenever we are not particularly clear about the information, like vague concepts and others. And next one is a probabilistic reasoning. So where we will be check with the probability of the information, how much of a percentage the information is true, and out of the complete information, how many chances are there for getting of it is a true or false. So next we will get into the next important topic is vagueness. So in this vagueness, we will be check with that is whenever we are taking a concepts. Okay, the concept is to be clear and the concept is to be precise, and the concept is to be within the boundaries. So whenever the concept is not clear and concept is not in the boundaries, okay, then we can call that concept is a vague concept. So this is generally occurs within the natural languages and philosophy and law. So the key characteristics of the vagueness is lack of a clear boundaries. That is, whenever we are not able to decide the boundaries of the information, that is in which concept or in which domain we are actually discussing the topic. So in that cases we will be get into the information as vague information. And next is the borderline cases, whenever we are not able to decide the borderlines of that particular information, okay, then also we'll get the vagueness information. That is, whenever we are saying about the height of a person, then there is a that is, if you are out of the boundaries of the person height, okay, then it doesn't clearly mention that whether it is a person or any particular item. And gradability, So whenever we are saying some information, if you are not grading it, like how much of a percentage or how much of a information is correct or not, okay, then also we will be getting to the our vagueness of the information. So examples for this vagueness information is natural languages. Generally, whenever we are saying about only one particular word without giving a proper information, then it gets into the vague. And similarly, like Sorata is a paradox, it is a game and puzzle, okay, where we can have a proper information. Without a proper information, we cannot play that particular puzzle. And next is a legal and ethical terms. Whenever there is a legal and ethical terms, if we are not providing a proper information, it can lead to the lot of problems. Okay, so that in the legal and ethical terms, we need to provide the proper information. If we are saying like reasonable, that information is a reasonable, the person is reasonable, the situation is reasonable, okay, then we are not able to say that whether it is exactly true or false. So in that cases, vagueness will be occurred. There is chance to get the vagueness. Next is the theories of vagueness. There is a different types of theories which describes the vagueness. So one is a classical logic, okay, where we will be check with the whenever there is a information is a vague information, then will be check with the help of a classical logic, that is based on the true or false, whether the information is true or false, whether it becomes into the true or false. Okay, say for example, if you are saying information for regarding a group of children or regarding the group of basketball players, that is, if you are giving information as John is tall. So in which concept in which context you are saying it as John is a tall. Okay, if it is if you are considering a group of people and if you are saying one particular person is a tall, okay, then that is a one type of a contest, and another one is regarding the players. Another one is a fuzzy logic, where we will be applying with the percentage of the trueness and falseness. So based on the percentage, we can say that whether the concept is true or false. If it is greater than the 0.5, we can say it as a true. If it is less than the 0.5, it is a false. Next one is supervaluation. So whenever we are taking a information is a vague information, we need to be checked that whether it is exactly true or completely false. So if it is 100% true, then only we can say it as true information, otherwise it is a false. And epistemic view, so here also we can say that the vagueness of the information we can check with the based on the philosophers, and philosophers argue or some particular eminent people related statements. Based on that statements, we can check that the information is true or false. Okay, practical implications of vagueness. Generally, the practical implications is where we can actually get this vagueness, and where it leads to the specific problems in the communication. Whenever you are communicating with the other people, you need to be give the clear information, otherwise it leads to the problems, misunderstandings. And in law and policy, if you are not giving a proper information, it doesn't it gets into the legal uncertainty, and we can get into the different types of problems. In decision making also, if we are not making a proper decision, the exact 100% decision, then it gets into the problems. So addressing of a vagueness, for addressing of a vagueness, we can go for the different steps. One is we can check with the clarification, that is by checking with the different people, or by checking with the different sources, we can get a clarification of the information. Next one is a fuzzy systems. Based on the fuzzy systems or reasoning systems, we can check whether the information is true or false. Next is the based on the context. Based on the context, we can check that whether the information is related to the particular context or not, or we can understand the information based on the context. Okay, so we'll check with the next one in the remaining next video.